let us master the concept of deriving the domain and the principal value for the ITF functions. Domain are practically your input values. So when you look at y is sine inverse of x, what can be the input values over here? For sine inverse and cos inverse, x will lie from -1 to 1. For tan inverse to cot inverse, they will be all the real numbers. That means they will go from minus infinity to infinity value. Now, when I talk about sec inverse and cosec inverse, they will be all the real values except for -1 to 1 in round bracket. Do not by heart, get the concept. If this is -1 to 1, including the decimal values, the reciprocal of it either will be more than 1 on the positive side or less than -1 on the negative side. Reciprocal of 1 is 1 and -1 is -1. Therefore, that comes in round bracket. When I talk about principal value, students, enter this number in your calculator. Sine inverse of -1, which will be -90, and sine inverse of 1 will be 90. So my answer over here goes from -90 to 90. Whatever is for sine inverse, the same answer will be for tan inverse, but in round bracket. The same value will be for cosec inverse, except for the middle number in this range, which is 0, because at 0 it is not defined, and your round bracket, because -90 and 90, it will be not defined. Similarly, when I talk about cos inverse, again use your calculator. Cos inverse of -1 will be pi and cos inverse of 1 will be 0, and hence your answer is from 0 to pi. For cot, it will be same but in round bracket, because 0 and pi for cot is not defined. And similarly over here, it will be 0 to pi except for the middle value. If you get this, any kind of sum can be sorted. Now look at the specimen for 24. Find the domain of cos inverse plus sin x. For sine, do I know x can be any real number? That is your full real number line. But for cos inverse x, you know your value has to go from -1 to 1. That means you can only include from -1 to 1. That means the value which will satisfy both the inputs, your domain over here will be from -1 to 1. So get this concept and answer the questions.